In this short tutorial for Connection Card Pro, I will be showing you how to set up digital guest cards that you can use within your different gatherings and meeting times, as well as all of the different options and features that come along with our digital guest cards. So from Connection Card Pro, if you click on Communications and Digital Guest Cards, you will then see a list of all of your existing digital guest cards and a few of the settings for them. If we click on New Digital Guest Card, this will allow us to create a brand new, unique digital guest card which can be used in all sorts of circumstances. We're going to enter a description that tells us what this digital guest card is for, so we will call it QR code and text keyword for 9:30 a.m. Sunday service. So let's say that we're only going to use this digital guest card via a QR code or a text message keyword, which are visible up on the screen before, during, and after our 9:30 a.m. Sunday service. That way we can have a better idea of what service or what gathering the person filling out this guest card is attending, and we can use a different digital guest card for other services or for other purposes. So we're going to choose our requested information. First and last name obviously are required. We're going to choose, we want email and cell phone, as well as an optional prayer request, and we also want family information. So we'll choose that, which will allow the user to enter not just their information, but the names of their spouse and children, if applicable. Underneath auto assignments, we have the ability to choose whether anyone who fills out this digital guest card is automatically assigned to any of these items. For example, a point of contact, a custom list, a department, or a division. We're not going to do that in this case because they are attending our Sunday morning service, but we could also choose a point of contact and which point of contact they are assigned to as well. This just helps us to better identify these individuals later on. We can also choose to apply these auto assignments to whoever is entered on the digital guest card as the spouse or as children, or as anyone entered on the digital guest card who are not selected as the spouse or children. Underneath attendance, we can choose whether or not we want to automatically record attendance for the person filling out this guest card. And so let's say that if we're only going to use this guest card in our 9:30 a.m. Sunday service, and the QR code or the text message keyword will only be available on the screen during that service, then we can assume that the person filling out the guest card is attending that service. And so we're going to choose we just have a Sunday 9 a.m. service set up for this demo account. So we'll choose that as our meeting time that we're going to automatically record attendance for. And we can choose match meeting time, meaning that their attendance will only be recorded if they attend on our Sunday service and not if they fill out the guest card during another day. If we check this box, we'll also be able to automatically record attendance for anyone else who is included on this guest card. So we'll go ahead and check that, assuming that whoever is added to the guest card for spouse and family members is also in attendance with them. This demo account does not have text messaging enabled, but if you did have text messaging set up, this is where you would enter the keyword that individuals can text to your dedicated phone number to get an automated response with a link to complete this guest card. We can also enter our thank you message. This is what information will be displayed to the individual after they have filled out the guest card. We can also choose to send an automated email to our individuals. So we'll just choose one of our existing email templates. We can also choose to immediately send the email, or send it 5 minutes later, 30 minutes later, or a couple days later. So let's say this email template is saying, thanks for visiting yesterday, we're glad you came. So we're going to send it 24 hours later, but we are going to immediately, if we had a text template set up, we could immediately send a text message as well, just saying, thanks for filling out your guest card. We can also send a notification to our admin users, so we'll complete those. And if you click save, this will now save our digital guest card. We now have a QR code that you can actually scan yourself and fill out the guest card on your own device right now. and we can download this QR code. If we go back to our links and QR codes, we can also see here is our guest card that we just created. If we wanted to use a direct link somewhere, whether it's in an email that we send out or somewhere else, a link from our website, we can use that link as well. If we click on this QR code button over here, this will again remind us what the QR code is so that we can download it and use it on any of our materials. And so once an individual scans the QR code or sends a text message with the keyword to your church's dedicated phone number, this is the link that they would get in reply, and they would see a website that looks kind of like this on their phone, where they would be able to fill out their contact information. And so we can say first name, last name, email at connectioncard.net, mobile number. Optionally include a prayer request, or we can select our family members. So let's say that we have a spouse with us. Choose spouse, add family member, and we also have a child with us. And if I click submit, this will submit the information. It will say thank you with the information that we included on our digital guest card. If we now go back to our admin pages and go to people and view people, we will be able to see the individuals that were just created. And so if we sort by record created, we can see that we now have first name, last name, spouse last name, and child last name. The great thing about our digital guest cards is that if we were to click on one of these individuals, since they did enter family information, we're going to scroll down and see that they are automatically linked as family members, and we can click on any of these family members to see that all of them are automatically linked to each other as well. And so that is how you can use Connection Card Pro to create digital guest cards with all sorts of different options to help you better track and organize your individuals, members, guests, and database.